Dylan is the first time caller out of Indiana. Dylan, welcome to the show.
Happy to be here.
Thank you, Dylan. Out of Indiana, what part of Indiana you live in?
Suburb of Indiana. If you heard of Beech Grove, that's where I'm at.
Oh, okay. Well, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
I need some advice right now. I just quit my job today, and I'm a little bit suicidal because I don't know where to go for a lot of things.
How old are you?
I'm 19, sir.
And why did you quit your job?
I just couldn't handle the workload, to be honest with you. It was a warehouse job.
And it was too much for you to handle?
Yes, sir.
And so when you say you're a little bit of suicidal, what's a little bit of suicidal?
I mean, I've done it once before when they put me on these anti-anxiety medicine stuff, and it simply, I guess, right now it's just, I don't know. I just feel very alone, even though it's I don't know. I just feel alone.
You've done what before? Once before? You committed suicide once before?
Yeah, I wasn't successful. Yeah.
And what did you do to try to commit suicide before?
I overdosed on some anti-anxiety medicine called Paxil.
Oh, I see. And what's the purpose of trying to take your life? How would that accomplish anything?
I don't know, man. I know it's selfish, and I know at the end of the day, it simply doesn't solve any of the problems of your own life. But
Right.
I just don't know where to go and what to do. I just feel like I don't have anyone to talk to even.
And you're 19 years old?
That's right, sir.
Do you live on your own?
No, I still live at my house. I know I need to move out, but I get what you're saying.
And well, no, I'm just asking right now. I'm not really saying anything. So, speak up just a little bit for me, okay? And so, what do you want to know from me?
What do you do to, I guess, have strength? Because I don't really have much strength right now in my life, like motivation-wise.
Yeah, good question. You got to overcome your anger. And so, if you want to be free of those types of thoughts and loneliness and sadness and depression and fear and doubt and worry, suicidal thoughts and all that, you got to forgive. You got to forgive your mother.
I've forgiven my mother. It's the issue. I think I don't know how to forgive my dad. Really.
I'm gonna tell you how in a minute. Did you go to your mother and forgive her?
Yes, but she was the first person I forgave. But I just don't know how to forgive my dad too.
What did you say to your mother when you went to her?
I listened to some of your past tellings of like what to do. I said, "I'm sorry. I knew you did the best with what you had. I forgive you," and simply just stuff like that, mostly.
What did she do to cause you to resent her?
Simply, it's just we were on two different wavelengths, kind of most of the time. She always wanted to try to be like caring and compassionate, but almost like a.
Hold on, Dylan. Don't hang up, buddy. Hold on. I got to take a break. I want to just finish up with Dylan first. Dylan just called right at the end of the second hour there. We ran out of time. And Dylan is 19 years old. He said that he got fired today. He was fired. And now he wants to commit suicide or thinking of committing suicide. And just need to talk about that. So, Dylan, you said that you have not forgiven your father.
Yes, that's right.
And what did your father do that you need to forgive him for?
He beat my mother. He verbally abused her and threw a lot of furniture, including like lamps and stuff, around when I was a kid.
And what did that have to do with you if you were fighting with your mother? That didn't have anything to do with you. Why do you resent her for that?
Because my mom's traumatized and she can't get over it. I don't know. I feel like I can't help my dad because he's just full of anger, and I can't help my mom because she's just traumatized. I don't know.
But why do you want to help your mother? It's not you or your dad overcome that. It's not your job to do that. And whatever trauma your mother's going through, she brought it up on herself. And whatever trauma your father going through, he brought it up on himself. You had two adult people fighting one another, which is not unusual. Why are you concerned about that?
I don't know. I just thought, like, I don't know. I thought, like, I'm supposed to look to my parents for, like, leadership, but I guess not. Is that what you're saying?
Well, when you were growing up as a child, when you were first born and growing, they were supposed to have been perfect parents for you so that you could see the right way to go. But they were not. They hated one another. Your father married to his mother. I guarantee you, your mother is just like his mother. He married his mother. He became a little boy. He could not handle mother, so they started fighting. She tried to control him. He tried to control her. They couldn't handle one another. So they let you down. They both let you down because they were not perfect parents. So you should forgive your father. He couldn't help himself. Forgive your mother. She couldn't help herself. But otherwise, it had nothing to do with you. It's not your job to fix them. It's their job to overcome that. There's nothing you can do. And your father didn't do anything to you. It was the mother and father fighting. So you should be mad at him about that. And your mother was not and is not your responsibility. You're the son. They're the parent. That's not your responsibility.
Okay.
And you should be mad at your father about that. He didn't do it to you.
Yeah. Yeah. I simply just, I don't know. Where can I look for leadership? Because I mean, from what you've heard, I don't know where to go.
Now that you're 19, you should look for it within yourself. It's not in the world, it's in you. So I recommend you go to your father and apologize to him for resenting him because you were wrong for holding things against him. He didn't do anything to you according to what you said. And just ask him what happened and just say, hey, Dad, I'm sorry for holding things against you. And I was wrong for identifying with my mother. Your mother made you identify with her by playing victim, but your mother was not a victim. Women are not victims. Women are as bad as men are, but the women pretend to be the victims so they can turn the children away from the father. And so if you go and forgive your father, don't ask him to forgive you. You forgive him. Your life would change and you would never have to worry about suicidal thoughts anymore. And do you realize that your thoughts are not your own?
No. What do you mean by that?
Do you create thoughts?
They just kind of happen. I don't think I create them, I guess, but I've never thought about that.
So I want to know because do you create thoughts? Give me a yes or no.
I'll go, no, I don't create thoughts.
And do you think that God will ever tell you to take your own life?
No, that doesn't sound right. Yeah.
And so the only other choice is evil telling you to take your own life. Why would you listen to evil? It's not going to tell you anything good. Why would you listen to a thought that's telling you to take your own life? That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
So you need to stop listening to the lies because you're not your thoughts. You don't create thoughts. And all thoughts are lies. The ones that tell you, make you feel good, and the ones that make you feel bad. They build you up just to let you down. Stop listening to it. You're 19 years old, man. You got a long life ahead of you. You're going to have an amazing life. And stop. Go and forgive your father. You'll be free, and it's going to be amazing.
Okay. But thank you, Jesse.
I want you to do my silent prayer. Do my silent prayer video.
Will that like help with the thoughts? I guess.
Absolutely.
Will that help?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Silent prayer video. Go and forgive your father. Forgive your mother. She was wrong for making you identify with her by playing victim. She is not a victim. Your mother was screwed up before your father even met her, and her mother screwed her up, and her father did not protect her from her mother. And so your father couldn't see what he was getting into.
Okay. That makes more sense than I could even put to words.
Yeah. And so go forgive your father, do my silent prayer, and doubt every thought. Don't believe any thought, no matter if they bring up the past, which doesn't exist, or the so-called future. Just live in the present. Don't let anger go by forgiving your parents, and you'll be fine.
Okay.
So, Dylan, do the silent prayer, forgive your father, and call me back.
I can do that. Thank you, man.
And let me know how it goes. And just look around you. You have more to be grateful for than you have to be believing in lies of of those thoughts. You're not your thoughts; those are not your own.
You're right. You're right.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. It makes perfect sense. Yeah.
And so now you want to live, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, look around you. The springtime is coming. The grass is still green. Everything is still happening. You're just living in your imagination, and it's not real. The thoughts are an illusion. Living in the present is real. All right?
Yeah.
All right. And you'll find another job, and then move away from your mama.
I definitely can do that. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Get away from her because she'll put all that mess on you, and you don't need her load. Let her carry her own load. That's not your responsibility.
Yes, that makes sense.
All right. Let me know how it goes, buddy.
Can do. Thank you.
All right. Call me back. I appreciate you.
Will do. Appreciate you too.
All right.